goodness. There's so many layers to a woman. I guess the one combined word I could use would probably be strength. I just feel like with so much pressure to be a certain kind of woman, or be this woman, or do this thing as a woman, or wear your hair this way, or be shaped this way. So much pressure to be somebody else's definition of a woman.
Wow.
So I just feel like with that kind of everyday pressure, you have to be strong, especially to continue to be an individual based on somebody else's purpose for you. Womanhood has taught me that I am stronger than I think. A lot of times you can convince yourself out of something before you even try it. And a lot of times you take into account of being a woman and that you can't do something. So womanhood has taught me that woman means nothing when it comes to your accomplishments and your goals, is that as long as you stay focused on what you have to do, womanhood really doesn't even matter at the end of the day. So it's taught me that it really doesn't mean much. I get so many messages from women about what kind of advice I can give them, and to be honest, the best advice I can give you is to write your own story, is to know that nobody's going to save you, that nobody's going to rescue you. This is your life, and it's up to you to determine which direction you want it to go in.
Yo, what's happening, man? It's Kemar Kane coming to you all the way live. Your favorite country cousin, your favorite Mississippian, and your best friend. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Working Woman Wednesday. That's right, we here for season 2, and I'm here for all of it. Thank y'all, man, for tuning in with your boy. It's been an amazing journey in 2018 thus far. Let's continue to keep going, man. I got a special guest with me today. As y'all know, Working Woman Wednesday is all about making every woman feel like a celebrity, no matter the status. And it's all about women that are helping to push the culture forward. And so I got somebody here today that's definitely doing that very thing. We got Miss Joy Light in the building. She's an influencer, a blogger, a damn good mother, and an amazing writer. So I want to welcome Miss Joy Light to the room. How you feeling, Joy?
Hey, Kemar, I feel good.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
You good? You got all the nervousness out the way?
No.
It's going to be a good time, though. It's going to be a great conversation. Really excited about this whole situation. You are originally from Detroit.
I am. I was born and raised in the city of Detroit, Outer Drive and Southfield Freeway area.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it. And so you are a blogger and a writer.
Yes, I am.
What got you into those things?
Ooh. What actually got me started with blogging is after I had graduated from the Jackson State University.
The Jackson State.
The I love. After I graduated from Jackson State as a mom, there was a platform, Because of Them We Can, that did a story on me about my journey through college as a mom. And we'll get into some details about that. But after they had ran this story, it went semi-viral to where I had maybe between 300 to 400 messages on Facebook alone.
Wow. Okay.
From women that were considering going back to school, and how did I do it? How did I work? How did I be a mom and go to school? I couldn't answer them all at one time. Once I got to about 100, I was like, you know what? I can't keep doing this. Like, this is a lot. And I didn't even really know that there was kind of a niche or a market for that. So I said, you know what? People have been telling me to blog for years. I should just do it and just show them rather than answer these questions about how I do this. So I started itsjoytomyworld.com. I created the site myself. The graphics, the fonts, the color scheme, the themes, everything that went into that site was from me organically. Like, I did it by myself. Nice. I worked day in, day out in between work and everything else to create this site for women to show that you can do it all. You can travel, you can do DIY, you can have recipes, you can still go to work. Like, it just was easier. It's easier to show people for me than to just say it.
I like that. Showing rather than telling.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Show and tell.
Hey.
Just a game.
I love it, man. I love it. With the story, because of them, with them featuring you.
Yes.
Right? About your journey through college with your daughter. First, I want to ask, how did you feel when you found out you were pregnant with beautiful Miss Joey?
Oh boy, we gonna be honest and get into it.
Let's
Okay.
get it.
When I found out I was pregnant, me and her father were on a little bit of rocky terms, but we thought that this could be a way to bring us back together.
Wow.
So I flat out, asked him, hey, do we want to move forward with this, or do we want to part ways and make the decision to not have a kid? Just being honest. And we decided the best thing was to keep our kid. And we did. We continued to have a rocky relationship. But my kid...
Amazing. Superstar.
I shouldn't have did this while I'm peeing medicine. But my kid is the most amazing person, thing, experience I've ever been a part of. So I'm so glad I made the decision to move forward and be a mom.
Wow, that's beautiful. How tough was it, going to school, coming from, because you're from Detroit, as you mentioned.
Yes.
Coming from Detroit, going to Jackson State, here with no family, right? You didn't have any family?
Well, I did.
Okay.
So the way that happened was after I had Johanna, I had all these big plans of things that I wanted her to do and wanted her to accomplish. And the first thing that came to mind was I wanted her to go to college. But I had tried college. I tried college maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
I have the bills to prove it. And, FAFSA was just kind of like, okay, we see you have tried this. We're not going to give you any more money. So I stopped going.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? I can't tell her to go to school and I didn't finish. So after I had Johanna, I decided to get my associate's degree from Wayne County Community College in Detroit, WC3.
Hey.
And I said, okay, you know what? Just get the associates at least. I had a pretty decent paying job, especially for somebody without a degree. I was continuing to be promoted. So I knew that my job was secure. And then I had to balance work, her, and school. And that was a lot because the degree required an internship. So now I have to go to school. I have to go to an internship. I have to change diapers. I also have to go to work and make money to pay for this house that we live in.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know how I've done half of the things that I've done. I just kind of do it. But anywho, I did an internship at a TV station in Detroit. And I'm glad I did because it made me want to go into communications. Originally, I was placed in the sales department. That was the only place they had an internship. But then I started attending meetings and saying things in the meetings, and they started seeing that I was a creative. So then they asked me if I wanted to help film a commercial. Absolutely. So I moved from sales over to production.
Nice.
Yes. And I cast it for the commercial. I wrote the storyboard. I wrote the script. I co-produced the commercial.
Wow.
And completed my internship. Yeah. So after that, as I had spoke before, me and Joey's father had a very rocky relationship. So I had became very depressed. And this is like the first time I've probably ever publicly talked about
exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
It wasn't a depressed to where it was, oh, I feel sad today. I knew something was wrong. So I went and saw a psychiatrist or psychologist.
Wow.
And they decided to put me on medication. But the medication that they put me on, it felt worse. And they will tell you that those are the side effects of those medications, is that you feel worse. So I didn't really understand the purpose of taking it. I took it for 2 days and I stopped. It puts you in this zombie mode to where you don't really recognize things that are around you so that they don't affect you.
Wow.
I think that's the
So
purpose.
it kind of numbs you.
It does.
Okay.
It's a very numbing medicine. So I stopped. And I told my mom what was going on. And at the time, my mother, my brother, and my sister were living in Mississippi.
Okay.
Everyone had fled Detroit. So I was up there by myself, working, internship, new baby. And my mom said, you know what? I just heard about this transfer scholarship to Jackson State. All you need is a 3.0, got that. All you need is an associate's degree, got that. And you can apply for this scholarship. I'm like, Mom, I'm 30 years old. Nobody's gonna give me a scholarship to go to college. Like that's for like 20-year-olds or, people that just got out of high school, like that's they're not gonna do that. So I applied. I wrote an essay. I don't even know what the question was. I think it was something like, why do you deserve this scholarship?
Yeah.
And I wrote my ass off. I wrote my heart out. And 2 weeks later, I got a letter from Jackson State saying I had a full academic scholarship.
Whoa.
But the catch was, school starts in 3 weeks.
Oh, wow. You
So-
gotta patch your whole life up.
My whole life, we had a house. But I wasn't a homeowner, but we had a house. I was in a lease. Even though me and Joey's dad didn't work out, he still had a daughter up there. Could I take his kid away out of state? But can you also pass up free college?
No.
Like, who goes to college for free? Like,
Yeah.
So, and I already had family down there. It made sense.
Yeah.
And the state that I was in mentally, it all made sense to just go. I told my landlord, he was excited. He actually praised me. He let me get out of my lease.
Wow.
And I also told him, I tell you what, I have a coworker that will sublease. She wants to move into the house. So you'll still have somebody here. Perfect. Packed up whatever I could in my car, sent all of my furniture to storage, moved to Mississippi.
Yeah.
Everything's great, right? Back with my family, enrolled in school, got a little part-time job, which is where I met Kumar at C Spire Wireless. And got down there, everything's going great.
Yeah.
Then, it's always something, right? Life always throws something at you.
Never a smooth transition.
No, never. Sounds great, right? Like, lived happily ever after. No. My mom and my brother were working for the mayor of Jackson at the time, Chokwe.
Yeah. Didn't know that.
Yes, Chokwe Lumumba. Free the land.
Yeah.
Yes. And so my mother and my brother were working for Chokwe, and unfortunately Chokwe passed.
Right.
Unexpectedly. No health issues, nothing crazy. Couldn't believe it. In Jackson, government city jobs were the highest paying jobs.
For sure.
In Jackson. Jackson's very small. And unfortunately, my mom and my brother could not find anything where the pay was equivalent. My sister was in her senior year of high school. She wanted to go to school out of state. So everybody moved out of state. My mom ended up getting a job in Vegas. My brother transitioned to Boston. Now it's me and Joey alone in another state.
Yeah.
And now I'm in school.
Yeah.
Now what am I supposed to do?
So what was like the biggest push for you going through all those different hurdles? Like what helped you like really get through all of that?
My kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as a mom, if I'm not right, if I fall apart, I got a whole nother person that's gonna fall apart too. And they didn't ask for any of this.
Right.
So it's my job to provide her with the best life possible. And if I'm not doing that, I am failing my kid. So it's really that simple. When people ask me, how do you do it? How do you push through? It is my child that pushes me through. This little person is pushing me as a grown woman to do better.
Good stuff. And I when you were speaking earlier about working on the commercial and everything, going back to the influencer aspect of things, you became an influencer like ahead of the trend of being an influencer.
I did, yeah. So my growth on all of my platforms is organic. People can buy things nowadays.
Yeah.
Followers, engagement.
Facts.
You can buy anything really, but I think the highlight of why people had connected to me was not just because I was mom going to school, but I was going to tell you my last semester after my family had moved, I really wanted to get out of Jackson. Mm-hmm. So I took 10 classes my last semester to graduate early and graduated with a 3.9 summa cum
laude.
Yes.
It's good. It's good.
Had a little razzle dazzle on my gown.
No doubt. No doubt. It's joy to my world.
Yes.
How did you even come up with that name?
I wanted people to be incorporated into my world. And it just made sense to just tie in my name with it, because I definitely wanted my name to be included in my brand per se. It's a brand now. I didn't know it then, but I've been working with brands, so I now consider it Joy to My World a brand. But I just wanted people to be a part of everything that I was doing, whether it was being a mom or traveling or making something in the kitchen. I just wanted to make sure my name and the world was kind of tied in together. So it just went together.
So let me ask you this. What brings joy to Joy's world?
Productivity.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, I am my happiest when I am doing something. If you follow me, if you know me, you know that I am always busy.
Always.
And I am busy because it makes me happy. I feel like if I'm sitting around and I'm not doing anything, I feel lazy. I feel like I'm not accomplishing anything. I feel like I could be using this time for something better. So I literally cannot sit still because it just makes me feel a certain way.
One thing I saw that you did, and I think is mind-blowing. So simple, yet mind-blowing. You have the fridge magnets.
Yeah, I started making fridge magnets.
Tell the people about that. Tell the people about that.
So I had this idea. I went to, what is that store? Spencer's or something. And they had all these movie-themed refrigerator magnets. And they were all classic movies, Beetlejuice, Dirty Dancing. But there were no black classic movies. So I thought about, what movies do we really love as black people? And all of them are in the 90s. Like, we don't really, like, we love Black Panther, all of that, but really the classics are all in the 90s.
No doubt.
So I was like, I'm gonna do a black 90s love theme, because we had some great love, I don't know what happened to the love in the 2000s, but it's gone.
Yeah, it's just kind of out of there.
But we had some great love movies. Yeah. We had Love Jones, Boomerang, Brown Sugar. Waiting to Exhale. Probably not qualified as a love movie, but it had a little love element to it. So I did a theme where I created basically 10 black love movies that I did as classic, and I turned them into refrigerator magnets.
Nice. Yeah. How did those do?
Those did pretty well. They did not do as well as coffee mugs, but I think that was on me. I did not do any sponsored ads. I really just kind of did organically put them on my page and sell them. Yeah.
Good stuff. So what is, what's next for Joy? What's next for Joy?
I don't know.
Is Joy where she wants to be?
No, nowhere close.
What would Joy want to be in the next?
Joy needs to work smarter and not harder.
Okay.
I also do Shipt grocery delivery service. I do Lyft. I do Uber. I make coffee mugs. I make magnets. I'm a marketing manager for a tech company. I'm a mom. I'm a blogger. I'm a writer. All of that looks great and sounds great, but I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I think that what's next for me is to figure out which one of those things, probably not Uber, but which one of those things am I most passionate about putting my all into? Because you get to a certain point where you get older and it's kind of like, what is going to genuinely make me happy?
Facts.
You cannot chase the money. The money comes with it.
Yeah.
I think that's what I learned too, is that you have to chase the happiness and the growth first, and then worry about the money later.
Yeah, the process is definitely
more
important than the product.
And it's a daily process.
It's a daily process. Yeah. Are you enjoying the journey?
Oh my God, yes, yes. It was so rocky at first and very dim as to what am I gonna do? How am I gonna make this work? because life throws things at you that you don't expect. Whether you set a plan out or not, don't, because it's not gonna happen. So every day, do a little something towards your goal. Like, don't try to map out your whole life, because it doesn't work like that, because all the other elements are gonna come at you. So right now I'm in a place where I'm genuinely happy with the journey.
Wow.
Because I'm learning things the right way. Everything that I do is for me or my kid, and I couldn't be happier.
One thing that I've learned is interesting that you said that about not necessarily having a plan. Like, it's important to have a big picture for sure, but I definitely agree, because what I learned in my personal process is that you have to learn how to be flexible, because everything is not going to go exactly
right.
how you
So you have to be strategic, more or less. It's not really a full-fledged plan, but you should definitely have a strategy.
For sure.
So let's say, for example, I continue to pursue blogging as a full-time career. I can't really map out exactly how that's going to go, but I can have a strategy, an idea of where I want it to go, and in the little steps that it takes to get there.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Consistency is the name of the game.
Yes.
That's a fact.
It is.
Because a lot can happen in 3 to 6 months. I've seen it happen for a couple of my friends. So
you just have to keep doing it and keep going, because you never know, like, when it's going to be that one moment or that one day.
Got to stay ready.
Yeah, you do. You do.
So what is something that Joy would tell her younger self that you would also share with other young women? You can actually look in this camera here and talk to your younger self and other young women out there. What would you share with them?
I would tell my younger self that it is okay that you have no idea what you want to do. I think that even as a kid, you know, we ask our kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or we have career days where it's very standard professions that come in: lawyer, doctor, dentist. They cover the bases. But nowadays, in 2018, you can make a career out of anything.
Anything, literally.
So it is okay to not know what you want to do. Just know what you're passionate about, what actually makes you happy. Because you can literally do anything you want nowadays. If somebody told me when I was 13, when dial-up internet was doing that, people were going to get paid to talk on YouTube and give tutorials, that wasn't a career.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't something your parents told you to go to school for. Now it's like, oh, you could be a YouTuber and you can make millions of dollars. Millions.
All caps.
Remember I said that, like, in 2 years when you do these videos?
For sure.
Yeah, you become a millionaire.
Hey.
Like, oh, I enjoy it. Yeah, so literally just know that you can do anything you want to do. Just do whatever makes you genuinely happy.
Good stuff, man. I tell you what, is there anything else you'd like to share with the people before we wrap?
Just continue to follow my journey. I will continue. You can follow me at It's Joy to My World. ITS, don't forget that part, because I feel like when I tell people It's Joy to My World, they go to Joy to My World. And it's not there. So it's Joy to My World, ITS, JOITOMYWORLD. I am on Instagram, Twitter, not really Snapchat so much anymore. And then, of course, my website is itsjoytomyworld.com, where you can purchase the coffee mugs as well as the fridge magnets.
Once again, y'all, it's been a pleasure here with the beautiful and beautifully talented Miss Joy Light. Call her Light Bright. Continue to light up the ways on your journey. Once again, man, it's your boy, Kemar Kane, coming to you all the way live. Your favorite country cousin, your favorite Mississippian, and your best friend. You tuned in to Season 2, Episode 1 of Working Woman Wednesday. Joy, throw up the W, throw up the W. Hey.